Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, or actually good evening. What time is it? 6 o'clock, man. Day ran away from me. Very, very busy day. Couple webinars here, some calls, Squawk Box, talking to my buddy Apple Market Maker. A lot of stuff going on. But what a fantastic day, folks. So Friday morning. There you go, 7:31 at 9:30. As soon as the market opened Friday morning, after Amazon and Apple just obliterated earnings, bought 4,000 shares of Microsoft at 204.12. Over the weekend, unless you've been living in a cave, it surfaced. Well, the president said he was going to ban TikTok, and of course, my daughter Keely absolutely imploded. And it came out that Microsoft has been in talks to buy TikTok and essentially snatch it out of China and put everybody on a feel-good footing that the Chinese aren't going to re-hack into it and steal all the data. Short story long, sold those 4,000 shares of Microsoft this afternoon at 2 o'clock at 215. 215 a share minus what did we buy it at? 204.12 times 4,000 shares. That's essentially a day and a half profit of about $44,000. Beautiful trade. Loved what's going on in Microsoft, and now I'm about to torpedo it. So stand by for that. But a nice $44,000 and essentially day and a half is some pretty good work and pretty good trade in Microsoft. We're going to talk about this in a couple minutes because I'm not digging it anymore. So real quick though, put this on your calendar now. August 11th. 7 p.m., August 13th, 7 p.m. And then for 4 weeks after that, we're going to do full throttle training. If you've been sitting here watching these sit reps or these market intel briefs going, son of a, I need to learn how to trade options, now's the time. August 11th, 7 p.m., with a nice bottle of wine sitting here, I'm going to start with square one, man. This is the market. This is a call. This is a put, and take it 8 sessions after that all the way up to advanced tactics, man. By the time you get done with the 8 full throttle academic training sessions, you will be a Jedi master. You're going to be able to crush it, okay? Let's see. Go. This is what you need to do. Go.topgunoptions.com. Let me fix this. /FT-academic. It's pretty easy to remember. Go.topgunoptions.com /FT full throttle -academic. And here's what you need to do. For the 8 sessions, it's only $195, man. I'm not even joking that is stupidly underpriced. There's other brand X's that charge like a couple grand for their horrible training. $195, man. Nice dinner out. That's for these 8 sessions. If you want these 8 sessions that we're going to be doing and all the other full throttles that we do these once a quarter. I do 8 live sessions once a quarter. If you want access to those for the rest of your life, it's only $495. Again, underneath just about everybody else out there, and theirs suck. I'm not joking, man. I go play Secret Shopper with some other services, and it's embarrassing. So I strongly recommend you sign up for the full throttle unlimited access to get access to all 8 sessions every quarter until your last breath, man. Or if you just want to check out these next 8, it's only $195. Real easy. Go.topgunoptions.com /FT-academic. Okay. Real quick rant. Maybe you saw my rant this morning. I've had it. Professional sports, LeBron James, the NFL, they all suck. And even my God, I love my NHL. They're pushing it with their Minnesota Wild clown taking a knee. Folks, Thursday, a Marine AAV left a U.S. Navy ship and sank to the bottom of the Pacific, man. You want to talk about not being able to breathe? How about 7 Marines and a sailor drowning to death? Nobody took a knee for these people, did they? For these men. Give me a break with this George Floyd stuff. The man was murdered by a cop. The cop was arrested. So were 3 other cops. They will face justice. George Floyd ain't no saint, folks. Raising a man up who's a multiple felon, years in prison, assault, drugs, stuck a gun in a pregnant woman's belly. That dude's a saint. What about these people? If you care more about George Floyd than these 7 Marines and this sailor, you're the problem with America. President on fire on Twitter today. Shocker. All over the place, man. About COVID, fake news, enemy of the people, record high NASDAQ, blah, blah, blah. Crazy Nancy. And Nancy Pelosi she's just a witch. The woman is just a disgusting, disgraceful human being who hates this country. She clearly hates her congressional district. Feces strewn all over the place, needles. It's a disgrace what San Francisco has become. But they deserve it. That's what they voted for. Anyway, she ripped Dr. Birx. How dare Dr. Birx be a little bit bullish on things or giving us a little bit of hope about life? Nancy Pelosi ripped her a new one. And then, of course, Dr. Birx caved and went back, into the corner. What a disgrace. I can't. If the fake news is the enemy of the people, the Democrats are starting to work into that category as well, is my opinion. Global Times, man. This isn't the Onion. This is the Chinese, essentially the Chinese, news. Banning TikTok reflects Washington's cowardice. Okay. U.S. hegemony, unsustainable under disguise of values. Trump blames administration's foreign policy, blame game against China, blah, 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 blah. TikTok ban, likely not Trump's last move as election nears. Oh. Fact box. Talk about independent fact checkers. They're right here on the Global Times. Who bears the brunt of a souring China-U.S. relationship? I wonder if I click on this article, I wonder what the answer will be. And this is like man bites dog news, right? China behind on trade deal purchases, as Trump doesn't even think there's going to be a phase 2. Folks, who told you this a year, 18 months, 2 years ago? I said, folks, phase 1 won't be worth the paper it's printed on. Here's what they were supposed to be buying, and here's what they've actually bought. Nothing. They haven't even bought a soybean. Who are they going to get them from? Brazil. Be bullish on Brazil. No silver bullet. I mean, this guy has zero credibility with me, but I thought it was interesting today that Tedros, the Chinese lackey who is in charge of the WHO, warns the COVID vaccine may never be found. Oh, and by the way, I saw a poll earlier today that like 60, or do I have it backwards? 40, 60? I don't know. A pretty big number of Americans ain't going to take it. You can count me in on that. The way people have gone absolutely batshit about hydroxychloroquine, which is an effective treatment, it saved a couple TGO members' lives, I know for a fact. So it can treat lupus and malaria and all sorts of stuff. It's been doing it for 40, 60 years, since World War II, I believe, but it's untested. It's a lie. Anyway, when Bill Gates is going apeshit to pump something into your arm, you need to wake up. Anyway, here's my point, folks. Can anybody name or remember a virus that raged around this country and we still, to this day, 30 years later, don't have a cure? Fill in the blank. It's called HIV, AIDS. There ain't no cure, folks, and it's a virus. And at least initially, there was a lifestyle, and it was spread by this, and people freaking. And guess what? It's a virus, folks. I agree with this dude, even though he has no credibility. The vaccine may never be found for COVID. And one of the main reasons it might never be found? Because it was engineered, man. It was done in a lab in a level 4 biological weapons facility. And cream of some young guy, instead of going and lighting the bats on fire in the incinerator after experimenting with them, or the dog, or the whatever, he took them to the wet market to sell, man. Need to make a couple extra shekels. So anyway, how about Neil, what's his name? Neil Kashkari? Neil Kashkari tried to run for governor out in California, Republican, roundly defeated. He's currently the Minneapolis Fed president, and he was the assistant Secretary of the Treasury under the Bush and Obama administrations. He worked at PIMCO. He was a heavy at Goldman Sachs. Hello, Neil. To save the economy, he is saying we need to lock down everything for 6 weeks. Everything closed down. Neil, apparently you're either reading the notes of my book that I'm writing or you listened to my January 22nd brief, folks. I did the Paul Revere back in January. Nobody listened. That's when we needed to do it, man. This ship has already sailed, but you're starting to see this stuff. He's talking about like shutting up everything down. Markets, everything in America shuts down for 6 weeks, period. And the Fed just needs to send money to everybody. Wow, this is the Fed president of Minneapolis, shithole. But check that out. In other news, the rally is on. Buy this thing with both hands. We popped through this resistance right here with some airspeed today. It is a full rally, folks. How do I know it's going to be a full rally for the next couple months? U.S. Treasury set to spend trillions in the next few months. Geez, I wonder what's happening in the next few months. Election. I'm not going to bore you with the math. They literally have the printing presses on 24/7, man. And Jerome Powell hitting enter on his laptop, printing money to pump into the market, essentially. Look at the cash balance, spell check there, cash balance at the Fed. Bam. I've never seen anything like this. So rally on. And Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, they hate it. They hate this rally. This is unsustainable. Why even bullish Morgan Stanley sees an imminent market correction. Folks, this is when the Fred Sanford will happen. This will be the massive heart attack to the market that we implode and we won't even stop at the March lows. If we get some sort of pullback on one of the drink acronyms, Democrats, Russia, Iran, North Korea, China, all enemies of the United States, and if the Fed pumping everything in can't stop it, that will be a massive lookout below. I mean, that's insanity. Okay? If that happens, it'll make this look pleasant back here, this February, March pullback. Okay, so Morgan Stanley trying to throw cold water all over. Everybody is. This is the most hated rally ever. We get a massive pullback like that. All those Robinhood traders watching Davey Dave's day trading and pizza reviews will be utterly destroyed. How about Kodak, man? What did I tell you last week to do? I said buy Kodak puts with both hands. There's going to be investigations, insider trading. Look at Kodak. I told you right here. Buy puts with both hands, and the thing is down another 31% today. I bought at the money puts. It was 17.5 earlier today. Bought some puts out to regular August expiration that are printing money right now in another personal account. Fantastic. Anyway, all right, let's get to Microsoft. So I'm going to lead with this right now. I am absolutely beside myself with the president. Trump says the U.S. should get a slice of TikTok, the sale price. He told Satya Nadella, Microsoft's CEO, that we need to get a cut because we're making it possible. We introduce it. We need a cut. We need some shares. Wrong. Absolutely wrong, Donald Trump. Get out. Just pat yourself on the back for maybe making this deal happen. Remember, folks, China could get rid of this deal, folks, and say no, right? ByteDance or BitDance, whatever the hell the name of the Chinese company is. What if the Chinese government says, no, you can't sell yourself to Microsoft? That would be so the president's given Microsoft 45 days to make this happen. Was it September 15th is the deadline? I could not disagree. Hey, Donald, we're not Brazil. We don't buy shares of companies. I absolutely went apeshit when Barack Hussein Obama, the Manchurian candidate, bailed out and took ownership of General Motors. Show me, Mr. President, in your copy of the Constitution where it says that you can own, you can do this. Or Barack Hussein Obama, you know what he did? He fired the CEO of GM. We bailed out General Motors. Why? Because they're union and Democrat. That's why Obama bailed out GM. and then fired the CEO. Mr. President Obama, where in your copy of the Constitution does it say you have that power? It doesn't. So this is whiz libertarian speaking at you. I'm furious that the president even thinks like this. He's walking right into a Democrat ambush too. Here's the president wanting a slice of business deals as people are dying of COVID. I can't even believe I'm saying this stuff because it's going to be a Democrat talking point. He's going to get shellacked with the Kodak stuff too. I guarantee you there's going to be an announcement right before the president came out and said, hey, we're going to back Kodak for finding a cure. Bam. There was unusual options activity. People knew about it, and it's going to get ugly for the people that knew about it. You're going to be getting a call from Uncle Sammy. So, Donald, get out of the Microsoft thing. Pat yourself on the back like you always do, that you maybe set it up or you're going to make it happen. There is no way that the United States of America needs to be a shareholder in anything. I was furious when we bailed out AIG. Folks, we bailed out AIG at the height of the financial crisis, right? And we got a stake in it. We got shares. Actually, let me fix that. You didn't. Neither did I. The United States Treasury bailed out AIG to the tune of $187 billion. You know how much the U.S. Treasury made selling their AIG shares? $22 billion. You know how much you got out of that? You don't have to answer. Zero. Don't run out to your mailbox to go look for your check, for your slice right here, of the AIG bailout. So this is not what the United States government should be doing or the president should be focused on. Make the deal happen if you want, Mr. President. Get out of the way. You are not in charge of Trump Enterprises right now. You're the president of the United States. It looks bad. Get out of the way, please, because you're walking right into a trap. I'm not even going to go into this Joe Biden tax stuff because I'm running long. Folks, you got to sign up. You have got to do the full throttle training. I went from being what the hell's an option up to a Jedi Master here, and pulling down nice. Again, men lie, numbers don't. There you go. Bought 4,000 shares on Friday, sold them today. Essentially a day and a half trade for $44,000 profit. Really, really good stuff going on here. There you go, month to date. Microsoft, fantastic. JP Morgan, bear call spread looking good. I got puts on Tesla because if Morgan Stanley's right and we do see some massive implosion, Tesla's going to get destroyed, and obviously long Amazon out to the fall because another COVID crackdown, shutdown, or everything like that. Amazon is literally taking over the world. Could not be more happy with being long these Amazon calls, even though they're red right now. They're out to September, man. A lot of daylight between now and September. Okay, I got to get going. Go.topgunoptions.com/FT, full throttle, -academic. Get in there, get your slot. If you want just access to the next 8 sessions, $195, nice dinner out. $495 if you want unlimited access until you turn into dust. Okay, have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. God bless, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.